dog's tail. Best friends. Once, a long time ago, cats and dogs were best friends. They lived together in small communities in perfect harmony. They worked together to get food and had fun playing with each other. They also kept each other warm during cold winter nights. When cats and dogs were friends, they helped each other in times of need. One time, a cat at a river bank was trying to catch a fish for lunch. All of a sudden, splash! The cat fell into the water. As soon as the cat said, meow, a big friendly dog jumped into the river and rescued the cat. Another time, a dog was trying to catch a mouse. No matter managed to stay ahead. The dog asked a cat for help. As soon as the dog said, woof, woof, a cat came to help. Cats and dogs made a great team. Spring party. One year, the day started becoming warmer and longer. A cat decided to throw a big party to celebrate the arrival to spring. This cat invited all of its friends, cats and dogs, to this big celebration. Hundreds of cats and dogs gathered at the top of a hill under a full moon. The cats and dogs were happy and ready to eat, dance, and enjoy the party. There was food and music, and everyone was in a great mood. Out of nowhere, just before the dancing began, a storm cloud covered the moon. Then it started to rain. Someone suggested that they move the party to a barn near the hill. Wet and muddy cats and dogs soon arrived at the small barn. The dogs thought it would be a good idea to take off their muddy tails instead of bringing them inside the barn. All the dogs, big and small, left their tails by the door. They left the tails organized by size so it would be easier for each dog to find its own tail at the end of the party. A bad joke. The dogs were enjoying themselves when a group of mischievous young cats decided to play a joke on them. Without thinking about the consequences, the cats decided it would be funny to change the dogs' tails around. They mixed up all the dogs' tails, putting big tails next to small ones. Long-haired tails where short-haired tails were, and so on. Each of the tails ended in a different place from where its owner had left it. Inside the barn, the mood of the guests started to change. The storm seemed to put the cats and dogs in a bad frame of mind. A few cats started complaining, grumbling, and shooting mean looks at the dog. This made the dogs feel uncomfortable, and before long they began complaining and growling too. The fight. As the tension grew, the cats grouped together, and the dogs did just the same. One group started insulting the other group, and the group responded with more insults. A bolt of lightning crashed through the stormy sky. The hair on the cats' backs rose, and the dogs bared their teeth when the cats began to show their claws. One tiny scared dog shouted, get out of here now! All the dogs fled the barn in a hurry, with the angry cats chasing them. As the dogs passed by the door, they each grabbed a tail without looking at and kept on running. The dogs ran as fast as they could until no cats were in sight. Once they had caught their breath, the dogs all tried to pull on the tail they had grabbed at the point. They discovered a problem. All the dogs had grabbed the wrong tail. They tried in vain to fight their own tails. Unfor- Unfortunately, some big dogs ended up with small tails, and some small dogs ended up with huge tails. None of the dogs had their own tail. To this day, the dogs haven't forgotten what happened with the cats that night. For the reason we always see dogs chasing cats, seeking revenge for the night their tails were switched.